And again, I'm going to explain something to you, Bernard and Perlita, Dave, and the Bitted Vat 4 and the Antillas 61 amphibious based band Elleries. While you guys profess to be the experts of the world, remember older ancient cultures, Japanese Empire, the Egyptians, the Mayans, whatever, remember how they placed and created their homes, how they did their military, how they lived their lives is completely different than you all live now. So Bernard, when the four of you go around and profess that you're the great experts of the world that know everything, the Tomb Raider boy and all that shit, and he's ducking and weaving and experimentating again, that you guys are the reasons why it doesn't work. So they're just gonna be able to use you guys as mockery tool with the Negroes and prove you guys are full of shit. I'm telling you, your baldy East Coast Negro and Elton and all them, they ain't pharaohs, they're dumb shits. So remember too, as the Egyptians, Bernard and Perlita, as the Egyptians and Mayans built their pyramids, it was based upon like stars in the sky and all that. And so if you look at a map, that's why I showed you guys, or a picture of the placement of some of the pyramids in Gaza, it tells you a message. And then you guys are constructing, Bernard, and you think your penis is the greatest surveyor in the world with Ellery and the oyster cracker experimentator dumb shit fag, and the blue boxes you guys have placed. You guys think your like egos and toughness is going to give you the throne of Israel or Zion or Eden or Atlantis. And really, Joe, you're looking like a bunch of dipshit of a carny country and western and ghetto life, because even you, Joe, lived by a different standard of living, supposed Indian man, a long time ago when they brought me up, and then you want to change it to kiss ass. So Karen and Bernard and Ellery, you can. Oh, look there. They're teaching adults about, they're teaching adults about the goldfish, sea lassie kind of thing. And you guys wonder, why didn't wear Bernard, you and Red Randy have run carny tank dumps and you're not supposed to, because that's not what they used to do. And you know why, like, Angelina Jolie started smoking, or, shows you guys a cigarette and I'm smoking and all that? Maybe because she had a message to tell you guys, but you made fun of her. So you guys, even rich or poor people, they try to help you all, but we got to deal with gangster ghetto and Elton scoot. Even the SEALs warn me of that shit, that they've dealt with you guys. They know you have to assume, Bernard, that you're in a pyramid that would already evolved, or a piece of it. So if you look at the picture, Bernard, and you're going around thinking stink and all that nasty shit cool, and you don't pay attention to what Brian or me or other people had to say after we evolved some of that up, and the Freemans and them come running down, we want a piece of that, and turn it into a business. Bernard and LaFagala Chance and Dave, when you're that spoiled, Dave and Perlita, and you don't live by the traditions of those pyramids, it doesn't mean that stops building. It could still be. I mean, who knows? But Bernard LaFagala Chance, you can cry baby with the Antilla Man and post A's and P's and shit all over the place and profess that you're the leaders of the throne with the Negroes, but you're going to be wrong. And so the pharaoh or that leader of that time that, received that information, which is still active to this day, you guys place it in your own environment, but then say, it's not there. They're letting you build it, Bernard. It's going to take a long fucking time, but they're letting you build it for Team Spoiled and Crybaby, and you're going to kill me and all that. When you do that, Bernard, beware, you're going to make a commitment. And so the firefighters and the military guys over back there, they're going to get their Raver Club. I can guarantee you, after putting them through all this, they're already displaying that they've won the Raver Club. And I'm not going to dispute them. They work hard for it. In the military. But Bernard, the stuff never belonged to you guys. You were in the motions of constructing a pyramid of people that you guys destroyed. You would be completely different. We would all be completely different, look different, if you didn't have the dumb shit racist cowboy hillbilly hick surveyor attitude. Taco Joe and Harry, Karen, they're doing it for you for the third time, even though it's not yours, Perlita. I'm not marrying your bitted fats. I'm not doing your guys' stupid shit because it's incorrect. Those guys use it to their advantage. You're trying to set in a royal line, Bernard, that was pretty much mine a long time ago and some other people. then you want to sit in it and try to tell everybody what to do. So I'm going to let you, Bernard, and I'm going to say again, who's to the north of us? All American Joe Zillig. And then we got Bernard sitting in bitch, claiming to be a baby blue boy, and the Iron Cross. Then we got the blue boy boxes. What's in the center of the blue boy boxes, Bernard? What sits in the center? You have a pool of water with your carny cans. Oops. You have a lot of conflict and dispute surrounding that. Now we're going to look at the Nimitz ship, right? It sits out there. It's a black cross, basically, to the east. Then you have what's going on. You're claiming that you own that down to the south, the Spanish Armada with Perlita. You can, Perlita, but you're looking stupid because you weren't around during that time when they brought me up through. All they needed was a smidgen. And then if Joe brought me up on that little drive line and then when I burst through again to come to this day, and I land here, he's got all the intersecting lines that he needs. Okay, and Teleman and all that, it's not your shit. He's going, that's my ancestry. No, you guys took me and Kim's stuff, fucked us all up for Bailey's, fucked us, raped us. No, okay, you're gonna look stupid stink again, britches, because they prove you're a rapist of your own relatives, and you go, oh no. You guys were already coming up in an evolved society, but guess what? Harry Race did not run it. Greg was almost on that verge because it was his house and we were facing completely the opposite way. So, when you have the Vatican to the east and Ra to the east, okay, the sun rose again today, David, but no music. But where was it? Where was I or that child when that came up, when that music played? Maybe somewhere else on the other side of water, but you're not going to be the ruler of it, Bernard, because it's still constructing the pyramid to the ruler that you guys claim to be, but you're not it. Because we weren't carny, country, and western, and ghetto life. So when you act out of character to those ancient cultures, Bernard, and you're at war with them, and you're doing monkey, zoo, the Negro's red, you got this fucking line of them and their abuse. What do you think, Bernard? Why doesn't it work? Because you guys don't pay attention to what you all set into your own environment and claim is the truth. Okay? That's how dumb you guys are. So he can pretend and experimentator and all that shit, but he came out here and destroyed 2 or several more families to assert that his ancestral line is what created the earth, when he's a cultist and a moron. And that's why people ended up committing suicide and shit. So you can, African Americans, but you guys own Pharaoh, and I know you're not correct on that one simply based on you guys' behavior, doesn't like you. So Ra said the same principles apply. The dude that you guys worship as your supposed savior, I'm not talking Christ, the guy that, you know, claims all this shit is wrong. It'll build it, Bernard, but it's going to take a long time because you guys you refuse to live by older traditions. Then you take people hostage and make demands that they live that way. After half of them leave, then you guys want me and Brian to do it when we're all mucked up and mutilated going, hand me down. Guess what? He's encasing you guys again. He's done it before. He waited all his life for this, using me for it. But I'm telling you, Robo Knight, Perlita, Dave, and Tillerman, you're stealing several royal lines that don't belong to any of you. Even he helps prove it. And I barely know the guy. And he's wearing black. But it doesn't mean that's what you guys are. But Bernard is still going to construct that pyramid, and even when you sit in it with your group, it's going to destroy you guys again, because my wife, who is not a Negro, and we weren't monkeys, we were already evolved. That's what they were trying to bring up for you guys, even though it didn't look like it and they were poor. You, Stan and Joe, were sitting in an evolved space while we were coming up, and then you guys turned spoiled shit. So you can claim black, Bernard, but you're going to look stupid. It's going to, boom, see what happened to me and Bailey before? They didn't know, boom, because those parents freaked out singing, boom, and you guys will build it, but it won't be yours. So again, Dave, that's all I need, And you guys can do carny acting, country and western, and the Indian and Episcopal Church and Married and all that. But they're proving you guys stole their royal lines and killed for it. Bernardo LaBagala chance, because you guys don't have any respect for anyone. Then they're going to prove that you guys took the turquoise. Then they're going to prove that you guys, oh, my sweater, took the blue and the black and the white. I'm crybaby Carney. Oh, Bernard, you said it's the music, but it wasn't yours either. Oh, it was up there. Because, Dave, submitted bat 4. You're not it. Hilton's moments, Kennedy's proves you're murderers. And everybody else. Bernard, that's what happens when you're spying with Hillary and the Attila Man and old Oyster Crackle Man and saying it's all yours and it's not. Because, Bernard, I have relatives on the other side of the nation that proved you guys are rapists and murderers and idiots.